Yo guys, we're back for another episode of our career mode on FIFA 18 with Burton Albion. Starting today's episode off with a game, with one of the last few games of the season. These two games are the most crucial games of the season. This one against Sunderland, which is the first game that we're about to play. And then the second game, which will be against Bolton. And these two games will decide if we get a chance to play for the title in the next episode, or if we've already won it by then, or what. It's going to depend on these two games. So these are the biggest games of the season so far. It's a crucial episode, this one, guys. So I hope you enjoy. Getting straight into the game, here you see they come forward on pretty much the first attack of the game. Jonathan Williams gets himself with a great piece of play there, great piece of dribbling. It gets bounced off the post, and that just isn't a good start at all, is it? We go 1-0 down within the first few minutes of this game against probably the two, this game and the next game. Both of the teams are in, take this into account, both these teams, Sunderland and Bolton, are both in the bottom three. And at this point it's looking like they're getting relegated. And they've just took the lead against us. And also, the first time we played against Sunderland, we beat them 5-0. And the first time we played against, or it was 5-1, I think this game finished. And the one against Bolton, we won 5-0. So, hopefully we can get a sort of result out of this as we did last time. As you see, we come forward on the attack, and Hopper puts the ball wide of the post. And that was the chance to put us level pegging in this game, because we really needed every point out of this episode. We needed to get both wins in both games, because otherwise we had no chance of winning the title. As at this point we are 2 points. Wolves are 2 points in front, but at this point they're now 5 points in front, as what I know too. As you see, they come forward on another attack here, and Jonathan Williams taking a shot, but luckily here Blackman keeps us in the game and makes a brilliant save with a great. It was a very nice shot, but Blackman with a brilliant save to keep us in the game and make sure that we don't go behind by 2 goals in this game and actually give us a chance. As you see, on the 45th minute, we come forward on the attack. Tom Hopper gets into the box. He turns the defender. He plays a brilliant cross in, and Will Miller puts the ball wide and over the bar. And honestly, at this point, it felt like everything we was doing just wasn't going to come off. There's something just didn't feel right about this game at all, and I don't know what it was. It just didn't feel right at all when I was playing. But you see, we are still only 1 goal behind, so we still have a chance. As you see, they come forward on another attack to try and put themselves 2-0 in front, and they do exactly that. And it is Jack Rodwell to increase the lead and put even more pressure on us now. A brilliant finish, I'll give him that. But honestly, that goal really put a dampener on how I was playing throughout this game. Honestly, I hated it when it went in the back of the net. I wasn't even annoyed because of how good the goal was, but it was just so frustrating for the fact that I know they're in the bottom 3 and how well we did against them at the beginning of the season, and then coming into this one and the game that we actually really need to win against them, we're now losing 2-0. But they come on another attack, and Aidan McGeady puts a shot in, but luckily for us it gets deflected wide off the defender's knee. As you see here, Cotterill gets his leg in the way of the shot and keeps us at 2-0. But in the last minute of the game, we have a chance to get ourselves pretty much a consolation goal. It ain't going to make a difference, but we do take the shot. It was a very nice shot, but the keeper makes a save. And honestly, at that point, it just sort of summed up of how much this game was going against us. I don't know if it makes it sound like I'm really making excuses, but honestly, it felt like everything this game just wasn't coming out, and everything we did, it felt like I was doing it right, but it just wasn't coming off whatsoever. And we do lose that game which means we're now 5 points behind Wolves, and technically, mathematically, we can still do it, but we have to win the game against Bolton to have the chance of doing so. If we draw and they lose, it isn't going to make a difference because they'll still be 4 points in front, and if we win, they'll only be 2, but they have to lose their game. They can draw, but it will come down if they'll have to lose the last game of the season and we have to win the last game of the season. No matter what, now we have to win the last game of the season, no matter what happens, basically. But if we lose this game or draw this game, it is basically the last game of the season, which will be in the next episode, because I wanted to make a sort of last day of the season special. It's not going to turn out as well if we don't win this game, because it won't really make a difference whether we win, draw, or lose that last game, depending on how this game ends. But you see here, we definitely wanted it. As you see, Luke Murphy getting straight up the pitch, taking a shot, and it goes over the bar. And honestly, one of the crucialest finishers we've had all season puts that shot over the bar. And honestly, when I got set through, when I just made the interception and got into the box, I thought, this is it. We're going to score and we're going to be on for a right thriller and we're going to win the game. But he does put the ball over the bar and it makes us sort of look into it. But Murphy takes another shot. He gets into the box again. And again, he puts the ball wide of the post. And honestly, these two shots felt like they just wasn't supposed to go in the back of the net. Honestly, it was so ridiculous. Them shots in any other game of the season, apart from this one and the last one, would have went in the back of the net, no problem. But this time, it was like there was some kind of force field around the goal. It just didn't want to go in the back of the net. And you see here, they get on their first attack of the game, basically, and they take a good shot, but Blackman makes the save and makes sure that we don't fall behind again in this game, in this episode, because that would have made it absolutely so difficult. But coming into the second half, Will Miller picks the ball up on the edge of our area. He passes the ball forward and then gets the ball back and makes a huge charge towards goal. Lays it outside to Darren Bent, who puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 now. And Darren Bent makes sure that we have the chance of winning the league title next season. At this point, he puts us in the lead and makes sure that we actually have a chance of winning this game and actually have a chance of winning the league at this point of the game. It was such a brilliant play, and honestly, that right there was Darren Bent's only shot of the game so far, and he puts it in the back of the net, which shows how much of a lethal finisher he has been this season. But straight from kickoff, they have their own attack as they come forward, putting pressure on the midfield and the defence. They lay the ball out wide as they take the ball down the wing. We make sort of a foul and it gets crossed into the box and it ends up in the back of the net. And Zach Clough is just basically there, ruined our title chances or any a bit of a hope of getting any title chance at this point. And that lead lasted about a minute or two, and I think I was a bit too happy with the fact that it went in the back of the net and our goal went in, that I kind of got carried away. And Zach Clough puts us back on level terms, and honestly, it was the most depressing moment of the season when that goal went in the back of the net. It was absolutely tragic, and honestly, at this point we didn't deserve to be drawing. We deserved to be winning this game. We was absolutely demolishing Bolton. As soon as we come forward, we looked like scoring, but we just wasn't putting the goals in. As they come on another attack, and again they put the ball in the back of the net. And at this point in the match, I literally dropped my controller. As you see the thing come up in the bottom corner to make a quick sub, I dropped my controller and it landed on the R2 button, and that's why it was doing that. And that point, I literally just laid. I wasn't even pissed off or anything like that. I literally just put my controller down and thought, honestly, that was our title chances ruined. As he puts the ball between Blackman's legs with a very nice finish. I'll give him that. It was a very nice finish from Adam Lafondra, and that basically kills off any chance we had of winning the league. But a few moments later, we do come on the attack, and Bent, with his second shot of the game, makes it 2 apiece and gives us another chance in this game. We tried to pick the ball up, but he wasn't having it. I don't know why, but every time we really need to pick the ball up, they just don't bother doing it. And it means that we are now two goals each, and we have the chance, once again, to have our title chances reinstated with this goal. But like I said, that goal wasn't enough, because if we drawn, it wasn't going to be enough, because there'd still be 4 points in the lead at this point. Whether they won or drawn or lost, even if they lost, we'd still only be 1 point behind. And we was just hoping at this point that we could get ourselves another goal. But honestly, the chances we had at the end of this game, we had so many chances, but they just weren't good enough to show. There was really good chances, but the team wasn't doing anything with the ball, and I don't know what happened. But as you see, as a depressing end to today's episode, that basically finishes our season. It doesn't matter what happens in the last game now. We have officially finished in second place. We lost it in the last 2 games of the season against probably the 2 easiest sides in the league as well, especially Bolton. Like, if I'd lost that game against Sunderland and won the game against Bolton, I wouldn't have been bothered. But the fact that went in the back of the... honestly, it really annoyed him. But we do finish in second. The fact that we're getting automatic promotion with this side is a bonus. As you see, I go through the championships table. As you see, the quick standings of the last, basically what's finished our season. And we also show the Premier League's table. As you see, it's very tight at the top of the Premier League table as well. It could mean anything, and it is quite tight at the bottom of the table as well with Huddersfield. They have 2 games left of the season instead of only us having the 1. They have 2, so it is going to be a close season to see who goes down and who wins the Premier League. It's not going to make a difference to us now who's going to win the league, because that's already been decided. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.